Hello everyone, welcome back. It's that time again. Or is it? Same old me, just slightly longer hair. Just a quick update, there's going to be some videos coming out soon. I'm going to get back on it. I think it's been a good old 10 months since there's been a video, maybe longer. But I've had a good break now, and I'd like to start making some videos again. Yeah, it's well overdue, to be fair. I'm just on the way to collect a little bike. I found it on Facebook Marketplace for 20 quid. I'll show you that when we get back. So yeah, I'll go and collect the bike and let you know what 20 quid has got me. It's nothing special. So yeah, something for you to look forward to now. Little Aussie don't like the car. You don't like the car, dear? No. But hopefully you'll get used to it. Right. See you shortly, guys. Right. Here we are with the Facebook bargain. It's been a few days since I've been and collected it, but the weather was just that bad. I just didn't bother. Too cold. But why did I buy this? Why has he spent £20 on that? Well, the picture of the bike wasn't that good, to be fair. It was fairly blurry, but my eagle eye spotted something, which was that. Should point out, shouldn't I? That. So, yeah, a nice set of Holt brakes. Them are worth 20 quid on their own. So I might use them for another project, or I'll just pass them on as they are. But I couldn't. It was a local bike as well, so I thought for 20 quid, or a bargain. Got some USA rims, never been braked on, always been used on disc, so them are nice and clean. The forks are alright as well. I mean, they're only Sun Tours, but they're somebody for something, a little project. I'd normally run through the gears before I take the mechs off, but somehow I don't think that chain's going to cut it. I'm just looking at it from the back. It looks like the mech's bent, but it ain't. It's just the hanger there that's slightly inward, so that's all right. So just go ahead and take that chain off. Not even going to bother trying to find a split link on this. It's alright. Bit of scratches. Plenty of life left in the pulleys. Some Quando hubs. Them feel sound. Cassette looks pretty good too. Right, let's see if we can get these pedals off. Easy peasy. There's one. And two. I like to ride my bicycle, I like to ride my bike. Ta-da. Get the crank off. Hey, look at me drawers. Look at that. I've only sorted them out. Oh yeah. I'm chuffed with them. I am well chuffed. Still can't find anything. I've just got my crank extractor. Now I've got the proper arm for it, but to be fair, it's easier with a 16mm. Tighten it up. Both on there with a 16. Just want to make sure that's gone all as much as it can with that extractor loose, so you want it to go all the way in the threads, just to give it the best chance of pulling it off, because this is an aluminium crank, it can ruin the threads easy. I've done it myself in the past. I've been lazy and I've just put the extractor all. I love that smell, the aluminium burning. Oh, what is it with that? Yeah, I've done it myself in the past. I've just turned the extractor on a few times and thought, oh, I'll just whip it off there, and it's just pulled all the threads out. And then you've got the game then of whacking off the crank. Sounds well. There we go. Oh, it's windy out there. It is very windy. Okay, let's take off that front neck. Don't really know where I'm going with this video, if I'm honest. It's been that long since I've done one. I just thought I'd bring you along for the job. Just check on your mech on the inside there. You can see if it's got a lot of wear on the plate on the inside and that side. This one, there's hardly any wear at all. It's like it's hardly been used. Obviously the rust has killed this one, but if somebody weren't bothered about the rust, they could easily use that again. Bottom brackets at it. It's not playing it, but when I'm spinning it, you can feel how dry and grindy the bearings are. Grindy, notchy, grindy. Just take these cables out. I remember back in the day, I'd keep all these outer cables, the inner cables. I'd keep the rear for fronts on future projects, and I just ended up with that much shit everywhere. It just comes to a point where you just have to get rid, and now I don't bother keeping them. I've upgraded the process. It's not a bad frame actually. Quite like this bit. Quite nice. Not a bad frame. Some nice welding. Heat treated aluminium. It just doesn't look great. On one of these, I don't like to throw anything away. So when I buy a bike like this to strip and sort of keep the good parts, maybe sell some and whatever, I don't like throwing anything away. It has to be like really bad, like even that, you know, it's rusted up, but I'll still put it with the job lot of stuff because that will go again. Somebody could use it. Just something in me just don't allow me to throw it away. Sometimes it's easier to undo the non-drive side first, but I'm lazy, so I went this side because I was already on that side. Yeah, this is always one of those old bottom brackets where you can remove that spacer and you can adjust, and you can actually take it apart. There's a little bolt underneath there, a nut, and you can undo that and service it. It's just a plastic on the other, plastic retainer on that side. Let's move down this end to our handlebars. Oh, we've got some lovely foam grips. Yeah, those would go in the bin. They ain't used to nobody. Oh, we're getting to the Hope brakes. So I mean, you got to watch out when you're scrolling for bikes, because Pete, I've done it myself a few times now, where I thought I'll just check every bike, because people obviously upgrade things, and I've bought some stinking bikes with some wicked parts on. It's like this for 20 quid. If it hadn't got the Hope brakes, I probably wouldn't have bothered, even though there's still some alright bits on it. Probably wouldn't have bothered, but it was worth it was worth the journey just for them alone. Like these, because they've got a bit of age to them, and they're nice Nice detail. They probably will get about 60 quid. It may be even a bit more. So if you buying something and tripling your money just off one part of the bike, you can't go wrong. These are nice as well. I like these. Duralex 3x9 speed. Everybody, no, I can't get enough of these. When I got a pair of them in for sale, they're gone. And you know, these are in pretty good condition. There ain't really much. Need a clean, that's it. You know, they'll do $24.99, maybe $27.99. There's a lot of people replace these thinking that they're broke, because to be fair, these are pretty good, man. They don't really fail. The only problem they have is on my other videos I've shown where the grease inside goes a bit hard and it stops them springing back. They sort of get stuck there, so people think, oh, I need a new shifter, which they don't. Blasted GT85 or WD-40 usually sorts them out. Right, I do go a bit further with them and sort of take them apart and get the spring moving properly. One thing I can't stand selling is handlebars. They cost a lot to send, so it's like a lot of the time they're not worth selling unless they're like really decent ones. But these are quite nice because it's got the crossbar on them as well, so they might be worth a go. Tialga top cap. Nice Tialga spacers. Normally just chuck all them in a pot. Pass them on as a job lot. Some of the nice ones you can sell separately, but not really worth it. Some has just gone springing off. Don't know what that was. This one's stuck on the steerer. You usually get a bit of corrosion here. That was the other half of the lock ring. It's actually broken off. Probably GT85 around there. Just let that soak for a bit. I'm not going to remove the front caliper. To the person who put upgraded brakes on this bike, I thank you. I really do. Oh, there's a few washers. A few washers back to the spacers. So the forks now, they can be tapped out. I say tapped out because I've got a funny feeling they're going to be stuck. So give them a little, yeah. Try with me rubber mallet. So it is quite seized in there with a little tip. I've just given it a couple of taps on the top there, and I can can see a little bit of play there. So rather than keep going from the steerer, I'm just going to tap up this it's the crown race for the bearing. I'm just loosening that there a bit, and it just slides out. It just releases the grip. That's not too bad actually. Needs a little bit of a wire wheel on the top. Ain't as bad as I thought it'd be. And then bearings ain't too bad. No, Joe, no. Don't keep them. Don't keep them. They're not any use. No, I can tap out them. Tap out them cups. Just put my hand over the top just to stop the cup smashing my light like it did before. Right, so that headset can go straight in the bin. Yes, straight in the bin. Right, just got this rear halt caliper to get off now. Thought that was a dent. Seat clamp can come off. Seat post out. And then we're done. And I'm going to give some of the parts a clean in the parts washer. And I've moved this now just to save my back a bit. Put it in where it should be really, bench height. So it's a lot better there. It used to be down there, don't it? So yeah, I'll give some of them parts a clean. You can see how well they come up. Mad how messy it gets so quick. Alright, let's have a look at these forks. Ooh, there's a bit of watty. There's a bit of watty. Don't take long just to drop the lowers off, just to give them a quick clean. And we can check the condition of them as well. Let's just put something down on the floor. It's waterlogged. Oh yeah. Quite a bit of water in them. That's left. To be fair though, they ain't in bad nick really. Oh, rust on there. Where is my little Suntour tool? There. Just loosening off the preload on both sides just so there's no tension or less tension, so I can take these out. Bit more water. So oh, it ain't. I've tightened the preload. So you can see there, tightened it instead of loosened it. Never mind, come out easy enough anyway. But the elastomers, these little rubbers, they're all okay. Maybe it's just a little bit swole, but they're in good nick. That's a shame. So if you look at these, just put my light on. You can see these have broke down, look. You can get replacements, but you've got to ask yourself, is it worth it? I mean, what they're worth, 20, 30 quid. So I've just had a look in my spares, because if I come across elastomers, I'll keep them if they're good. And I've got 3 good ones. They're slightly longer, but I think it's worth, because the other side's okay. It's worth just swapping them out, cut these to size, and then them forks can, go back together and they'll be sound. Right. Take that off. They actually might not be much different in size. Just going to put them in order. You can see how they've compressed. That one ain't too bad, just that middle one that's gone. So just before I put them new ones in, because looking at it, I think these must be exactly the same, maybe slightly longer, but that could just be that they've compressed. I might check it with the other ones which are better. Let's just have a look at one out the other side. It's mad how one side's really clean. Yeah, they're probably like 3mm, 2mm longer. I'm not too worried about that. So what I'll do, just before I put the new elastomers in, put it back together. This rod's corroded, so I'll just give that a whiz with the wire wheel. Might as well give the spring a go as well. Clean all the spaces up, and we'll put it back together. Not gone right up to this plastic bit on the wire wheel, just because it'll melt the plastic. So I'm just using a bit of sandpaper just to get that last bit of rust off. Well, that's everything cleaned. Just a bit of grease on this. And put our spring in. I'm glad I kept them now. Look at that. Lovely. And we'll just splatter this with grease. Don't be shy. What I'll do, I'll clean the spring and the shaft on this one as well. But might as well while it's out. You can see it's just slightly longer. I'm not going to be worried too much about that. Just took out the, I suppose it's the bottoming out section. Them springs was corroded as well, so I'll just give them a clean up. They weren't that bad, but a little bit of rust. Just a rubber there. Peel that rubber down and you can get your spring out. Right, can all go back together. Just give the insides a dry with shoving some rag down there, making sure there's no water. Same for the lowers as well. There's a knock at the door. Right, back together we go. Come on, boy. So I'm just going to put it all back in as one, like that. Straight down. Actually, I'm just going to put a bit of grease in these threads. One in. If it gets a bit right end lined up, just get your screwdriver at the bottom, sort of line it up, and there you have it. And then with our preloader unwound, I'm just going to pop that back in the top, and drop it on the floor. Get fluff all over it. Just got to push down a little bit and then turn and chisel away. Just nick it up with this. Once one side done, I'll just put the other one in. Yeah, scrubbed up okay them have, to be fair. Nice and clean. Nice set of cheap forks or something. Serviced as well, so I'm going to leave it there for this one. I know it was a bit scrambled and a bit random, but I ain't recorded anything for a while, so I just thought I'd get a video out. My next video is going to be a little bit more interesting, something different. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you soon.